our first collectible is actually going to be right here at the start. When you cross these rocks right here, then you see a waterfall in the background. Just make sure you head up these rocks and to the left. There's going to be this little sparkly thing right here, and you press triangle on it, and we get our first trophy. Coming up, we are actually going to be getting our second treasure. Second out of 6. Once we get to this little thing that kind of falls, we want to jump straight forward onto this platform, and then we're supposed to go right over there. Okay, I don't know what that is. We're supposed to go right there, but instead we're going to go left here and try to jump past this tree. Oh, I didn't jump apparently.
It's hollow.
Jump past the tree.
We gotta find a way to smash through this.
And the collectible should be right here in this corner. But anyways, we are actually coming up to treasure number 3. So for here, you want to shoot that to make that fall down. But before we actually cross it, head over here to the left side. And right behind this pillar is treasure number 3. Okay, so treasure number 4 is going to be right here. Now that we have this water coming down, it's going to be filling up the little underground lake here, whatever you want to call it. Added more water, so we are safe to jump down. As soon as we jump down here, we want to swim over here to the right, where you can kind of see this little light and stuff right here. So just climb out here, and instead of going left where you want to go to climb up, we want to head to the right side over here, and we are going to press triangle, and we get our collectible number 4, which is Silver Llama. Treasure number 5 is going to be at the end of this sequence right here. As soon as we get past all of these falling planks, make sure we jump here. We grab the ledge, climb up. I believe there's going to be a cutscene here first. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But we want to make our way up these stairs. I thought there was a cutscene there for some reason. Okay, there is. All right. So now that we've watched that, before we want to go forward, we actually want to turn around. And over here in this back left corner, like right by where this little thing is that you can break in, this skeleton sitting here, there's another treasure. Treasure number 6 is going to be right when we head back outside. There's going to be all these pillars in kind of a certain order, I guess, like right there. We can actually jump up on this right one right here that's kind of tilted over, and then from there make our way onto the standing one. And then from there, I turned the wrong way. Oh, not that. From there, we can actually just jump across these pillars and hopefully not fail. Come on, buddy, you can do it. And one more jump, and we get our 6th treasure. All right, that got us the silver turtle. That is the last one for this level, actually. So coming up, we are going to find our next treasure, which is treasure number 7. We just kind of want to make it across this area. I'm going to try to do this one fast. There we go. I thought I'd miss that. And then continue our way up this little parkour area. And I believe if we head over here to the right side, and then we climb up from this ledge, you can see it right there. We press triangle and get our 7th treasure. So from here, we can actually grab treasure number 8. Once we're on this submarine or U-boat, whatever you want to call it, just head around here and to the very tip of it that's hanging off the ledge. You can kind of see right now, the little shining thing right there. Come up here and go ahead and grab that. We got the golden turquoise Inca earring. And for our first collectible, it's actually right behind us. So just come over here to the right side. This is actually why I always look behind me, by the way, when I play games. Like, I always look behind me at the start, because this game hides a treasure right behind us. And that is treasure number 9, called the Silver Inca figurine. For collectible number 10, which is number 2 in this chapter, it's once you get to this little waterfall area right here. But instead of going towards it, we want to head to the left side over here. There's this like little cubby in the rocks, and it should pop up right here. And we get our second trophy, I believe, for finding treasures, and it is the silverfish charm. Coming up here, we are actually going to be getting our third treasure of this mission. You want to climb up on these rocks right here, and there's a waterfall right there. It seems like they had a lot of treasures near waterfalls in this game. I don't know if that's like actually a thing or not, but I feel like a lot of them have been near waterfalls. But as soon as we jump across this gap, there's going to be this bird on this log. Before we cross that log, we want to just go forward a little bit more and hop off the sledge, and we actually landed right on top of the treasure, which is Gold Frog. For the next treasure, though, after that big fight in this kind of open area right here, we can come over to this pillar, climb up, and then jump across, climb up again. And then once you make it through this little zigzag, we can jump across here. And then to the left over here in this corner, we get our next treasure. We push ourselves far enough, and it is the intricate gold ring. For treasure number 13 of the game, it's going to be once we run into this area where there's like these walls right here and this big gate here. Before we head on to continue the level, we want to head over here to this little left area where you have like the shootout with a couple of AKs and a shotgun. And there's going to be this ledge right here. I believe we could just run up this wall up here and then climb up. And then we head to the left over here, and right in this corner is going to be our treasure. And it is the patterned silver ring. For treasure number 14, it's going to be right when you go through this like little archway, this doorway right here. There's going to be a bunch of enemies right here. There's going to be 3 that pile up right here in this corner. It is actually a good spot to get triple dynamite trophy if you just lob a grenade in there. But from that area, we want to head to the left over here instead of right, which is where you're supposed to go. And right up here in this corner is going to be our next treasure called Golden Jaguar. For treasure number 15 of this game is going to be right after you shoot 2 enemies off of this waterfall, right after you finish crossing the entire bridge area. We can just hop in this water and swim the rest of the way, or you can just jump from rock to rock. That might be a little bit faster. And we are going to make our way up these rocks. Just kind of continue along this little trail. Don't forget to pick up your grenades here. They will come in handy, I promise. Especially if you're playing on crushing like I am, or even brutal. Alright, and there's going to be this kind of area right here. It wants you to jump up from that rock to that tree right there. But instead, we're going to jump down here and come over to this far right corner. And the treasure is going to be right here, and it's going to be the Silver Inca Vessel. For treasure number 16, it is going to be right after you fight off a bunch of waves in this area. After you check out what's in the plane, you fight like 2 or 3 waves of people. And I'm going to grab this real quick. But what you're going to want to do is go through this little doorway right here, and then directly to the right is going to be where the treasure is. And it is going to be the golden toothpick. All right, for treasure number 17, once we get to this part, we just want to shimmy across this little ledge right here, fall down, not do that, and then climb up on this rock. Don't worry about shooting those guys just yet, and head over here to the right. And right around this rock, hidden in this little corner right here, is going to be the treasure Silverbird Vessel. All right, for treasure number 18, and also the final one for this level, after you get ambushed in this kind of area with all these traps, we're going to want to make our way to the end. Don't forget to watch out for these traps right here. You can dodge them if you are fast enough at pressing the button. But once you're through here, head to the left instead of the right. That's the end of the level over there. Head over here to the left, up this little hill, and the treasure should be at the back corner of this area, I think. Yeah, right here. And it's going to be the Silver Inca Earring. For the very first treasure of this level, and this is actually going to be the Strange Relic, I think is what it's called. And for the trophy relic finder, it's going to be right after you fight a couple, not waves, but just like a few people in this area, probably like 10-ish people in this area. You're going to want to head up this little ramp right here all the way till you're up to the top of the wall. And then just keep heading straight. You don't want to go the way you're supposed to go for the level. And then once you're over here, you're going to want to take a left turn and then jump this gap between the wall and this little tower here. And if you turn your camera, there's a little shiny thing right here. Go ahead and press triangle on it, and you get the Strange Relic. All right, and from this Strange Relic, we actually have another treasure. So we just want to jump back over here to the wall. And there's like these little tower things right here that kind of line this wall. We want to make our way all the way to the end of this area. And then instead of continuing on, I'm just going to pick up some ammo here while I'm here. Yeah, there's actually guns there. Instead of continuing on to the right over there, we want to head up this rock and kind of just jump our way across these little areas right here and then drop down. And inside this little tower is going to be our very next relic, where we also get the intermediate fortune hunter trophy. All right, after getting the silver jaguar, we're actually going to get one more as well. But before that, I'm going to come over here just for the sake of my playthrough and grab these guns that are right here just so I can get some kills with them. But yeah, from there, you want to go ahead and drop down into this next area right here. And then take a right over here, and right where these gates are, they kind of lead to the area we were before. We want to head over this one that has all the rubble in it. And in this back right corner, there's going to be a treasure for the gold mosaic Inca earring. You see how it gets like blue-ish down here? This room is known to be really hard, I'm pretty sure. And I think I remember it being annoying because this guy could be to our right here. And this is actually going to be where our final treasure is for this mission. It's going to be right in this back corner. And it's going to be the golden spoon. For the next treasure on chapter 6, it's going to be right when you kill all the enemies around this area. There's going to be a couple more enemies on the wall, like 2 or 3. And then once you're up here and after you kill the enemies, you want to head forward a little bit till you get to this first little like tower thing. Head up here and then climb up the wall on the right side, and then right behind this big white tree right here is going to be the very first treasure. So just go ahead and climb up there, be careful and pick it up. You get the silver Inca mask. Treasure number 2 on this map, which is treasure number 24 total, is going to be right after you fight a big ambush of people here. There's going to be a turret up there shooting down on us. Right after you deal with all this and they are all dead, you want to head to the end of this little area right here where this gate is. There's going to be this pile of rubble right here. Climb to the top, and then you can climb over this ledge, hop down a little bit, and the treasure's right there. And we get the Spanish silver coin. All right, for treasure number 25 of the game, once you are done with the section where you shoot down enemies with this mounted gun, you want to head over here to the left to the staircase and head all the way down. And as soon as you hit... Oh, forgot about that drop. I thought I was dying. As soon as you hit the bottom down here, take a right, and right between the wall and the stairs is going to be our next treasure, which is the silver Tayrona pendant. I hope I said that right. Treasure number 26 is going to be right after we finish off these guys, right in front of this little building right here that we're going to run through, and right in front of this tower right here that we're trying to get to. I believe we're going to have to parkour up there, but before we do that, we actually want to climb up here and then climb up this wall right here. And I went over it. But yeah, we're basically climbing backwards and just backtracking just a little bit. Jump across this gap right here. That's definitely not what I meant to do, but that worked out anyways. Once you're up here on this little like rooftop-ish thing, we want to make our way through all these plants and stuff. And in the back right corner of this rooftop is the gold llama treasure. All right, first collectible is going to be in this first room where we fight right after we get out of the water and through this arch. We just want to head over here to the right corner, and collectible number 1 is going to be right here, which is the decorated silver ring. For collectible number 28 on chapter number 8, it is going to be right after this guy up here. He's going to have a grenade launcher that he's shooting at you right after you kill him. And there's going to be like a wave of enemies in this next area in this room and over here to the right. You want to come through this right wall right here. And then into this little corner room right here with half the wall blown down. You want to head to the far right corner. And there's going to be a little treasure hidden here, which is going to be the silver frog. Collectible number 29 is on chapter 9. It is right when you fight a wave of enemies coming out this door. I think we're supposed to go in there for the level, but before that, we want to come back to this back corner right here, and there's going to be this little flashing thing. Go up to it, press triangle, and you get the golden fish charm. Collectible number 30. Once we get up to the zip line, we can go ahead and jump on it and zip line on down. You can see her waiting right outside the door, asking us to let her in. Before we do anything, we want to head down these stairs. And over in this top right corner, you can see the shiny thing. We get our 30th treasure, getting the Proficient Fortune Hunter, which is getting 30 treasures. And we got the Jeweled Golden Brooch. For collectible number 31 in Chapter 10, it's going to be right after you clear out all the enemies in this room. There's going to be the staircase that breaks off into 2 directions. Before you go there, you want to turn around and head up the staircase where there were 2 enemies that you killed. Once you get up here, just jump up this little ledge right here, and the collectible is going to be right in front of us, and it's going to be the silver belt buckle. For collectible 32 on Chapter 11, it's going to be right where we have these 2 staircases. It's going to be after a cutscene where we saw an old friend. But besides that, you want to come up here. For the story, you want to head left. For the collectible, we want to head to the right over here. And then once you're in this little room, just take another right, and it's going to be right here in this corner. And we get the Spanish gold coin. Alright, for collectible 33, it's going to be right after a cutscene on this bridge where she has to drop all of her hard work, her camera, in order to live. But yeah, we want to make it across this bridge, head over to here to the left, and instead of going up the stairs to continue the story, we want to head left down the stairs. Take another left and head around this little corner, and right here in the rubble there's going to be another treasure, and it is the silver Spanish chalice. Moving on from here, collectible number 34 is going to be not too far from this last one, so let's just head up these stairs. There's going to be like this doorway here that you want to head through and jump on down. I almost just rolled off the edge. Then over here there's going to be like this little cave entrance. And there will be an enemy up here. You can stealth kill him. Apparently this is a good spot to grind out this stealth kill. I just failed. Okay, but anyways, just run straight through this room, and behind these little boxes here is going to be collectible number 34, which is the gold Codamundi. First collectible this level, collectible number 35, is going to be right after you bash through this wooden door. There's going to be like 3 enemies that you kill. You want to head over here to the left onto this little bridge. There's going to be this open gap here. You just want to like kind of jump diagonal from this gap onto this platform, and then kind of fall down between this platform and the wall behind you, and the treasure will be down here, and it is a golden turtle. But right after that cutscene, we have collectible number 36. There's going to be this like staircase right here. Before we head up it, you want to head to the right over here and just hop into the little river down here. And right on these rocks underneath the stairs is going to be the next collectible, which is the Silver Inca Cup. For collectible number 37, once we get done with the fight in this area with the big fountain in the middle, you come up to the top level and then come into this area where it's just like a little, I don't even know what to call this, like courtyard kind of thing. You want to hop down. There's these barrels right here you can shoot to open up that wall. But over here to the right in the top left corner is going to be our next treasure, and it's called the Jeweled Silver Cross. That one looks pretty cool. So for collectible number 38, it's going to be in this next area. It's going to be a big like courtyard kind of thing. There's buildings. There's a big fight that's about to happen. So I'm collecting this before I do the fight. So I might start getting shot here, but you want to head over here to the right side of where we first spawn in, or not spawn in, but like get to this area, hop over this little wall, and then just follow this little trail right here. And at the end, there's a collectible, and it is a silver toothpick. And if you saw that, I have snipers aiming at me right when I exit out of here. For collectible 39, from the last spot, you want to head over here. I did go ahead and kill all the enemies and then went back to that area, just so you can kind of see where to go from there. We want to head around. It's going to be straight across from where that one was, except on ground level down here. It's going to be right next to this huge mountain of just rubble. And this is going to be the Gold Spanish Chalice. Continuing on from here, collectible number 40 is going to be straight across from this one now. We want to pass where we killed the second sniper up there. It's going to be in this area where there was like 3 or 4 enemies that ran out of here. And yeah, we want to come down here. And it should be in the back left corner here, right under these rocks. And it's going to be the Silver Cotamundi. and we get the Professional Fortune Hunter trophy. Collectible number 41, which is the final one for this level, chapter 14. I'm sorry, 13. We want to hop down. After we do this little puzzle here, we want to head through the bookcase that opens up down here. And over here to the left of the room somewhere, I'll see it in a second. I think it's around this corner right here. There's going to be a treasure, which is the Golden Cup and Cover. Collectible number 42 is going to be right down where we start. And to the right, if we hop over this ledge, it's just going to be right here. And it's going to be the Golden Inca Vessel. And collectible number 43 is going to be right there on the waterfall once we get into this like more open room. In order to get there, we want to fall down and grab the ledge and just kind of continue along the outer edge of this room until we get there. We have to do this for the story anyways, so we're not really going out of our way to get this. We just want to get here before the ledges fall. Very, very dangerous. Alright, once we get to the end, just pull our way up. Instead of going up the stairs for the story, we want to head to the left, and it's going to be right under this waterfall, and it is the Golden Skull. Collectible number 44, it's going to be right when you go up this staircase, and when the floor falls, you're going to be like out of the little catacombs area. We just want to run straight backwards and grab the silver snuff box. Collectible number 45, right after you ring both of these bells, right after you kill a bunch of enemies in here. Kind of annoying fight on crushing. But yeah, you want to head through here and head down this ladder, which I just fell. Alright, it spawned me down here. But yeah, after you head down the ladder, you want to take a left here before you kill any enemies, and there's going to be a treasure right behind this thing. It is the Silver Spanish Goblet. Collectible number 46, right after a cutscene when you're kind of in this roundish room, you want to head through this doorway to the left and jump across this little gap right here, and then there's this little staircase, and before you head into like this little hallway here, just keep turning to the right, and right below the staircase is going to be your next treasure, which is the silver ingot. For collectible number 47, which is the final collectible of chapter 14, it's going to be once you're in this big room right here, right after the last one really, like that's the hallway you come from that we saw a second ago. You want to head up these stairs up this hallway, and this is going to be the final room of this level. Instead of interacting with this, what you're going to want to do for the story, just turn to the left right here, and there's like this little, I don't even know what to call this, little cubby next to the stairs. And the final collectible in this chapter is going to be right here, and it is the Gold and Ruby Inca Mask, which looks kind of cool, but also creepy with those ruby eyes. For collectible number 48, it is going to be at the very beginning of chapter 15. Once we head down these stairs, we want to head to the right and down these stairs again, and then immediately head to the left and right in this little cubby next to the stairs is going to be our first trophy for the level, called Gold Inca Figurine. Collectible number 49 is right when we get to this long hallway. There's about like 5 or 6 enemies you got to kill, and then you get a message from Sully. And we want to jump across these gaps. I'm going to go ahead and pick up some of this ammo real quick so I don't have to come back for it after this. And then instead of going through the doorway, which I think you're supposed to go, we want to head to the left over here. And then there's going to be this big hole in the ground, and you can see a flash right there, right in this corner is going to be your next treasure, which is the Golden Bird Vessel. Collectible number 50 is going to be right when we climb up this vine. We're going to hop through a window, and let me actually get my other gun out. I can't actually because I'm climbing. Let me get... It still won't let me. Yeah, there's going to be 2 enemies here that you want to fight. Let me just get into cover. Yep. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Now, after you kill these 2 enemies, the collectible is going to be right in the room that they ran out of. So right over here, it's right in the middle of the room. And it's the Golden Spanish Goblet, and we get Expert Fortune Hunter for getting 15 collectibles. All right, for collectible number 51, it's going to be right after you open this door when you hang on both the keys. We just want to shimmy our way across here and then jump backwards to the window and then head through the doorway. And then from here, you want to take the right route, and it's going to be right here on the ground at the end of the hallway. It's going to be the Jeweled Golden Cross. Collectible number 52 is going to be right in this first area of this graveyard. After we clear out all the enemies, you want to head down these stairs and then stick to the right side. It's going to be on the opposite end of where you want to go for the story, and it's going to be behind one of these like grave things, crypts or whatever they're called, but it's going to be the Silver Skull. For collectible number 53, which is the last collectible for this chapter, it's going to be right at the second part of this graveyard after you kill the enemies up here. You just want to head to the right of the doorway that you're supposed to go through. And it's going to be right in this little corner right here. Somewhere behind the grave. It's going to be a golden Inca mask. For collectible number 54 of this game, though, is going to be the first one of chapter 16. We want to head over here to this like right little pathway. There's going to be 2 staircases, I believe. One right here. Then one more to go a little bit higher. And it's going to lead you right to where the first treasure piece is. It's going to be the silver cup and cover. Collectible number 55 is going to be right after you activate the wheel. There's going to be these fire things like kind of swinging. Instead of going to the right, which is where I think we're supposed to go, we want to jump over this gap to the left. You can kind of see it shining over there. Once we pull ourselves up, just go to the end of this little kind of like half bridge thing and pick up the jeweled silver brooch. Collectible number 56. You're going to go up like this kind of roundy staircase here. Right after that, there's going to be one guy over here on your left. After you kill him, head down these little staircases right here. And I'm not sure. I think you can climb up on this railing. And then you can see it right there on the ground. We have to jump across this gap right here. And you can go ahead and pick it up. And it's going to be a gold snuff box. Collectible number 57. You're going to get in this big room here. It kind of... I don't even know what this room is used for. But yeah, there's going to be like this doorway into a dark hallway. Very creepy. There's going to be some of the crawlers spawning. Don't know what they're called. I like to call them crawlers. Because, you know, they crawl at you. I don't know. They're creepy. So just run to the end. Oh my god. That just made me jump. Let me just slow down a second. Okay, take a right, head to the far end of this hallway. And then once you're at the end of this hallway, take a left, and at the back right corner is going to be our treasure for this chapter. It's the golden monkey figurine, and is the only one in chapter 18. Collectible number 58 on chapter 19 is going to be near the end where there's all these like crate boxes up here. After you kill all the enemies, you're going to want to climb up on these boxes on the top left if you're facing from the way you came from. And then once you're up here, you want to jump diagonal to like these middle boxes right here. And then take another jump to the right side boxes against the wall. And you're going to find the treasure right on there. And it's going to be the golden sea dragon pendant. So for collectible 59 on chapter 20, right where we spawn in, you're just going to want to turn around and go to the outer edge of this like starting area. And then right here by the rocks is going to be the treasure, which is a gold ingot. Collectible number 60 is on chapter 21. And it's going to be right at the beginning. You go down some stairs. You're in these couple rooms right here. Just keep taking the right doors. And you're going to be in this like more hallway-ish kind of room. As soon as you enter into here, you want to turn right. And it's going to be right in this corner. It's going to be the Golden Skull Rosary. And we get Master Fortune Hunter for that. The next collectible is actually right after this one. So for collectible number 61, it is in the same chapter. It's going to be right after that last one. We just want to head over to this next room right down these stairs. Head straight and then take a little right, and it's going to be right behind this pillar right here. And we get Master Thief Collection for getting the Sapphire and Silver Mask.